श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदात्मध्याननिरतं विषयेभ्यः पराङ्मुखं नौमि शास्त्रेषु निष्णातं चन्द्रशेखरभारतीम्। ॐ। Page 10, verse 12, the commentary after the commentary of verse 12. आप्तोक्ति अनुसारेण क्रियमाण विचारस्यैव अर्थनिश्चयहेतुत्वं न अन्यस्य कर्मणः इत्याह अर्थस्येति. In the last class, we had looked at verse number 12. सम्यक् विचारतः सिद्धा रज्जुतत्वावधारणा भ्रान्त्योदित महासर्प भवदुःख विनाशिनी. So there, Adi Shankara Bhagavad had said that the knowledge of the rope is the means by which one gets rid of the false notion of the snake. Similarly, the knowledge of Brahman is the means by which one gets rid of the wrong notion of samsara. And the removal of all the associated problems of ignorance can only go when that ignorance itself goes. And he had compared that with the famous rope snake example. Now here, Jagadguru Srimad Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswamigal in the introduction to verse 13 says that when you are performing the enquiry with which one gains the knowledge of that self, such an enquiry cannot be done independently, it must be done aptokyanusarena. That means in accordance with what an apta or a guru has taught, using that method one has to perform. Because if one were to try to understand the self independently, it will lead to lots of mistaken notions. Because when we ourselves are caught up in a confusion as to who we really are, if we were to independently proceed with an inquiry, we will mistake ourselves to be something else. Because the problem that we are facing is that we don't know who we are. So, how can we independently solve that problem? It needs some external input to provide objectivity. And that objectivity is possible when the guru, who is a Shrotriya Brahmanishtha, who is well versed in the scripture and has himself knows what the self is, only such a guru can lead us and guide us in this inquiry. And so, aptokyanusarena kriyamana vicharasyaiva, only such a vichara that is done on the basis of what the guru has taught, arthanishchaya hetutvam, only such a vichara will be the cause for arthanishchaya or understanding the reality of something with certainty. Na anyasya karmana, and no other action or rituals that are done independent of such a guru and shastra based inquiry will not lead to result. And therefore, that is why the next verse has been said by Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada, which we will read. Arthasya nishchayo drishto vicharena hitoktitah na snanena na danena pranayama shatena va. In this verse, Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada is doing what is known as a Vyatireka method, in the sense that the previous method, Acharya had said that only jnana can lead to samsara nivritti, the cessation of samsara and the attainment of moksha. So that was what is known as the Anvaya method. That is, only jnana can lead to moksha. Here he is doing the Vyatireka method, meaning everything else apart from jnana will not lead to moksha. That is what he is saying here. So here Acharya is saying arthasya nishchayah vicharena drishtah. The certainty about the reality of something, it has been observed in the world that one attains that certainty through enquiry. And what kind of enquiry? Not something that you pursue on your own, but an enquiry that is done with the help of a guide, with the help of a guru. Here, by the term hita, it means one who is your well-wisher or who is thinking of your well-being. So such a person is being referred to as a hita, and essentially that means a guru. So hitoktitah, the one who pursues vichara or inquiry understanding of what that self is, or understanding the reality of anything for that matter. In the case of rope snake, it is the understanding of the rope. In the case of samsara, it is the understanding of the self. Both of those requires vichara or enquiry, and that enquiry is pursued with the help of a hita or a guru. In the case of the rope snake, a guru or a person comes with a lamp and shows this is not a snake, this is a rope. Similarly, in the case of the samsara nivritti, the guru comes with the help of the lamp that is shastra, and he says, he points that lamp that is the shastra or the scriptures, the Vedanta, he points it towards ourself and says that is the self. He points to that. Therefore, it has been observed in the world that the knowledge of the reality of something can only happen through the help of a guru. When one performs inquiry, such an inquiry will bear fruit. That's what is meant here. And the next line, na snanena, na danena, pranayamashate va. So here, what Acharya is saying is, even if you are to go and have a ritualistic bath in the holy Ganges or the Yamuna or the Trivedi Sangam, or go to Ramasetu and have a bath there, none of those things are going to really help you, because the problem that you're facing is not papam. If the problem was papam, then you can do some prayashchittam and then escape it. Here the problem is not that. Here the problem is one of ignorance. And such a problem of ignorance can only be remedied by knowledge. So if you're sitting in a dark room and there is a pot in the dark room, now for you to see the pot, what should you do? Light should come there. So once the light is there and your eyes are open and your mind is behind your eyes, then you will see a pot. Now, if any of one of those things doesn't happen, then you will not see the pot. Even if you were to sit in samadhi and or do Agnihotra ritual, it is not going to help you see the pot. For that, all you need to do is open your eyes and see, provided that the light is there. Similarly, even if you are to do a snanam in Ganga, it is not going to help you. Not even dana. Even if you were to give charity to worthy recipients, even that is not going to help. It will give you punyam, but it will not remove ignorance. Nor will the performance of pranayama. So even if you are to do hundreds of pranayamas, it is not going to help you. It may lead to the attainment of yogic states. It may lead to various benefits, but it is not going to help us get the benefit of the escape from samsara or the remedy of samsara, because that remedy only knowledge can provide, because the root cause of samsara is ignorance, which cannot be remedied by a ritualistic bath, charity, or pranayamas. That is what is being said here. So with that, let us go into the commentary by Jagadguru Srimad Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswamiகள். अज्ञान दोषवशात् स्वयं भ्रान्तस्य पुरुषस्य आप्तोक्ति रूप अवलंबनाभावे भयकंपनाद्यनर्थम अनुभवतः स्वतो विचारे प्रवृत्तेर्दुर्लभत्वात् विचारे हितोक्तिर्हेतुकृता. So here he is saying ajnana doshavashat swayam bhrantasya purushasya. The individual who is himself deluded because of being afflicted by the defect that is ignorance. Aptokti Rupavalambana Bhave, without having the refuge to the teaching of a guru, Bhayakampanadi Anartham Anubhavataha Purushasya. So that individual is not only deluded, but he is himself subject to fear, trembling, and all sorts of ill effects. When he is himself so agitated and fearful, and he is deluded and he is ignorant, for such a person, svato vichare pravritter durlabhatva. It is not possible for such a person to rationally inquire into the reasons as to why he is getting fearful, reason of the reality of the thing in front of him. Only when our mind is calm will we be able to uh, think of a means to escape from that problem or to solve the problem. Now, when the our own mind is full of fear and ignorance and delusion and confusion. How do we solve the problem? So the first thing we need is some well-wisher to come to us and say, don't worry, I will help you solve this problem. Together we can solve this. There's nothing to be afraid of. When somebody comes to us and tells us, how reassuring that will be. So the first thing that it will do is it will put our mind at ease. And then once the mind is at ease, the guru will say, no, 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 the problem that you're facing is it is a very dark road. So here you are not able to see things properly. So the object in front of you, let us first examine whether the thing is really a snake. If it is a snake, we will run. But what if it is not a snake? I am telling you it is not a snake. I do not think it is a snake. I have gone through this path many times. There are no snakes in this part of the country, so you don't have to be afraid. So the thing is, when a guru and our well-wisher comes and tells us that, we feel very relaxed, and then we are able to think whether this is really a real snake or not. And then he brings the light, he shines the light on that rope, and then we say, this is not a snake at all. There is no reason for me to have been so fearful. So, a problem which until the Guru came, we were thinking it is insurmountable. When the Guru comes, we look at it and say, oh God, am I being scared of this? Is this the cause of all my problems? But until the Guru comes and tells us, we are not able to inquire into the problem properly. We are not able to apply our mind properly. And that is what the Jagat Guru is saying here. Because without that Guru first coming, when we are afflicted by fear, we are not able to, the thought that this could be an unreal snake doesn't even enter our head. The thought that I have to first of all analyze whether this is a real snake or not will not even enter our head. So he says, Aptokti Rupavalambana Bhave Swato Vichare Pravrittir Durlabhatvat. There is no pravritti, there is no inclination or motivation to independently inquire, and therefore Vichare Hetoktir Hetu Krita. Therefore, for such a Vitara to be a Hetu, it needs to be backed by the teaching of a Hita or a Guru. That is why it has been done this way. This is what the Jagat Guru is explaining. हितत्वं च यथार्थ वक्तृत्वं यदि भ्रान्तः पुरुषः हितोक्त्यनुसारेण विचारम् अविधाय स्नानं वा दानं वा प्राणायामशतं वा कर्म कुर्यात् भ्रमनिवर्तक अपरोक्षप्रमाया अभावे अनर्थप्रयोजकभ्रमानिवृत्तेः कथं निवृत्तानर्थो भवेत् इति भावः. And what is hitatvam? Hitatvam, or saying the appropriate things or being one's well-wisher, what is actually intended here is yathartha vaktrutvam. Being able to speak about the reality, to say that this thing is this, to say it exactly as is. Tad yathartha vaktrutvam, saying the reality of the thing, is what is being referred to as hitatvam here. And he explains that यदि भ्रान्तः पुरुषः हितोक्त्यनुसारेण विचारम् अविधाय, when, if the deluded person were to do other activities without following a vichara or an inquiry on the lines of what that hita has said or what the guru has said, then whether that be snanam, ritualistic bath, or dhanam, or hundreds of pranayama, or karma, that's what it's saying. Hitoktanasarena vicharam avidhaya snanam va dhanam va pranayama shatam va karma kuryat. Then what will happen? Brahma nivartaka aparoksha pramayaha abhave anartha prayojaka brahma anivrittehe. The cause for the removal of the Brahma, the delusion, which is what is that? The direct cognition of the rope or the direct cognition of the self. Now, if you were to do any of these other activities in the absence of the vichara, then all those activities will not lead to the outcome that you want, because the outcome that you want is the cessation of the delusion. And the cessation of the delusion, the Brahma, will only happen when you have the aparoksha prama, or the direct cognition, the right valid cognition of the underlying object. So without the direct cognition of the underlying object, what will happen? The Brahma will not cease. Brahma anivrittehe. And what is the result of that? When that Brahma does not cease, anartha prayojakam, in the sense all sorts of delusions which are caused by the original delusion of mistaking the rope for the snake, of mistaking the self for the non-self, all the following concomitant delusions that happen as a result of the original delusion will not go. So, and if it doesn't go, then there is no point doing all these karmas. Because the purpose of the karma is to do what? To attain a result. What is the result we want to attain? That the delusion goes, that the problems associated with the delusion go. And if that does not go, then what is the point of doing the karma? And that's what he says. Avidhaya snanam va dhanam va pranayama shatam va karma kuryat brahmanivartaka aparoksha pramayaha abhave anartha prayojaka brahma anivrittehe katham nivritta anartha bhaved iti bhavaha. How will the results, the anartha, the evils associated with the delusion, how will they be resolved? Therefore, no point doing anything else if you haven't done the vichara. If your aim is to get rid of samsara, then no amount of karma will help you there. Without inquiry, if you do karma, it is not going to solve a problem. That is what is being said here. And so, what does this vichara mean? Vicharascha artha yathatmya nishchayанukolo manaso vyaparaha. So, vichara or inquiry is that mental activity that is conducive to understanding the reality of the nature of the object. So, engaging in the thought process along the lines of what the Shruti has taught through the Guru, one looks at the teaching and addresses all the potential doubts that may come, all the asambhavana, viparita bhavana, all the contrarian notions are addressed over a period of time, and one gradually gets the conviction of the reality of the self, the reality of the identity of the jiva and the self, the Paramatma and the Jivatma. That identity one gains conviction over a period of time, and that process, that mental activity that leads to such a conviction is called vichara. तथा च हितोक्ति सहकृत विचारस्यैव अर्थप्रमाहेतुत्वं भ्रमस्थले प्रत्यक्षसिद्धम्. Therefore, one knows through direct experience, pratyaksha, that at the location of the illusion or wherever an illusion occurs, brahmasthale, hitokti sahakrita vicarasyaiva artha pramahetutvam. The knowledge, the right knowledge, prama, of the object, artha, in the case of the illusion, it has been observed, one has the direct experience that it is hitokti sahakrita vichara, which is the cause for the right knowledge. The proper inquiry conducted along the lines of what a guide teaches us, it has been observed that only such an inquiry will lead to the right knowledge of the object wherever an illusion has occurred. This is well known, is what Acharya is saying. तथा सति प्रकृतेपि श्रुत्याचार्योपदेश अनुसारेण आत्मविचारं कृत्वा तद् याथात्म्यम् अपरोक्षीकृत्य अनात्म अध्यासरूप संसारात् आत्मानं मोचयेत् इति उपदेशः. Therefore, the upadesha or the teaching here is that one must renounce samsara, escape from samsara through the direct perception of the self. Knowing the self for what it is. Yathatmyam aparokshikritya. Aparokshikritya means one has directly cognized for oneself, that self. And by doing that, one is able to free oneself from samsara. One should free oneself from samsara through that direct knowledge. And what kind of samsara? Anatma adhyasa rupa samsara. The superimposition of anatma or the non-self upon the self, taking the problems of the mind, the body, the ahamkara to be the problems of me, what I'm doing, I am getting caught in samsara. And by knowing what I am in reality, I am freeing myself from the problems of these which have been caused because of the superimposition of the non self on the self. And in the context of what we are talking about, just like how in a Brahmasthala, the Hitokti Sahakrita Vichara is the cause for the removal of the illusion in our Prakrita also, in our context also, Shrutyacharya Upadesha Anusarena Atma Vicharam Kritva. By doing the inquiry of the self, Atma Vichara, in line or on the lines of what the Shruti and the Acharya have taught us, is the means by which one gets the aparoksha jnanam or the direct knowledge of the self, knows the self for what it really is. And by doing that, one renounces samsara, one frees oneself from samsara, and therefore one must perform inquiry in such a manner. That is the Upadesha. And that is what the Jagat Guru is saying here. So, with that, we will conclude today's session and we will take up the next verse and the commentary on the next verse in the next session. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti